German World War I stormtroopers. The German World War I stormtroopers were one of the many attempts of the Kaiser to break the stalemate in the trenches. The German elite stormtrooper was some of the first special forces units ever used. Their ability to break through enemy lines was truly extraordinary. German elite stormtroopers were often armed with SMGs, submachine guns, flamethrower units, cavalry, rifles, anti-tank rifles, grenades, which there could be up to 4 different types, and many more different types of variant weapons, even some weapons that were stolen from the enemy. German elite stormtroopers proved themselves to be deadly. Trained by some of the best regiments, and also selected by some of the best soldiers in the war, they were highly trained. These stormtroopers proved absolutely lethal in combat. It's believed during the Battle of the Somme in the French and British sectors of trenches that 250 German stormtroopers attacked the Allies. It's believed that they got pushed back over 3 trenches, and the trenches weren't resuckered until the evening. It's believed that they got pushed back all the way to the rear artillery guns, but this is not proven. This really goes to show how powerful the stormtroopers were. Even so, it could have been just a propaganda coup. But never again would the Kaiser order an attack with his beloved super weapons. Instead, he would use them more strategically. Now, after the Battle of the Somme, stormtroopers only operated in groups of 10 to 4, made to punch through enemy lines. They often operated at night when they couldn't be seen. Of course, operating at night was a dangerous job, because if they didn't, and if they got shot, it would alert both sides, and both sides would not be afraid to shoot at either one of them. So to stop this, German stormtroopers were now armed with more knives or swords or close-up arms like trench clubs. Of course, using flashlights was out of the question. So German stormtroopers started using hand signals, tap codes, or even unbreakable cipher based off of their own language. But even so, it wouldn't change much. The stormtroopers failed to break into enemy lines, and the only thing that they really did was kidnap soldiers and create more of a psychological fear about them. It just scared more enemy soldiers than actually affected them. And even so, the stormtroopers would be able to be seen from miles away, even in the darkness, because of the heavy boots and the heavy equipment that they had to carry with them. So much so, the stormtroopers actually started to talk about the Kaiser very rudely, not wanting to follow his orders, considering that he was literally sending them into suicidal missions. They were not happy about this, but they had no choice. If they refused, they would be executed. Even Corporal Adolf Hitler questioned the leadership of the stormtrooper units. At the end of the war, after the armistice, the stormtroopers were devolved, but they would still be used in Germany to defend against uprisings. Soon the stormtroopers would make way for a brand new unit, the German SS. Their replacements. A lot of stormtroopers during World War II actually served in the German SS. This is seen in their logo, as you can clearly see soon. As we can see, the Stormtrooper logo is clearly an older version of the German SS logo. The main difference being that the grenades were removed and were replaced with just the skull and the 2 lightning bolts. The Stormtroopers paved way for the SS as one of the very first elite anti-personnel regiments ever made. But surprisingly, the Stormtroopers are more famous underneath the famous name Stormtroopers, and actually being what inspired George Lucas to make the Stormtroopers in Star Wars, which is very interesting.